to start off just kind of giving you a background about myself. I have been the branch broker for about 2 years over in Hutchinson, but I have been in real estate for 16 years. I know I don't look that old, but I've been doing it for a while. But my specialty is commercial. So as we go along, you may see some commercial stuff more than residential. But I am also the IT person in our office and the technical person for just about everything and getting my agents up and running, and the majority of our office does residential. So I do have a lot of experience on both sides. Although I was a journalism major in high school, I don't know how in college, I don't know how I got this far. But I am like a lot of you, I dabble in social media. And I wanted to see how many of you actually are on Facebook. Okay, a lot of this will be similar to Facebook. You have a news feed and that kind of thing, and we'll walk through some of that. Does anyone have a Pinterest account yet? Excellent. What about Instagram? Okay, a little fewer. What about YouTube? Good. Some of you get a default YouTube account when you have a Gmail account. So you may not know it. If you have Gmail, you already have a YouTube account. So I just want to walk through and kind of give you the basics on why these sites are important and how you can use them for real estate and how we can make it easier for you to do for real estate. I think the bottom line on using any of these social media sites is that you have an opportunity to sell yourself in another venue, attract more people free of charge. And that's my biggest thing, is that if we can get you more exposure and you don't have to pay a dime for it, then that's the best thing ever. So, so as we walk through, I'm going to take you to my Pinterest site first. This was a little video that we have up actually about our brand on YouTube that you guys probably don't realize that there's anything about Wigand on YouTube, right? So just a short little video showcasing some of our, I don't know why it's up there, but they rebranded, and that was our examples. So, I started out on Pinterest, like many of you did. Probably somebody invited you, and they said, hey, this is a great place where you can pin things. I am a foodie, so as we get through this, you'll probably see a lot of things that have to do with food, because I pin a lot of recipes. I also have 5 children, so a lot of things that go along with that. But that's kind of the sense of Pinterest. It's similar to Facebook in this respect, but it's all driven by pictures. And that's the purpose of all 3 of these today. They're all driven by pictures or video. So I don't expect any of you to go out there and buy a new camera or anything like that. And looking around the room, a lot of you have this smartphone. This is a really great camera, especially if you have an iPhone 4 or 5. The pixels on this are great. They're perfect for shooting your pictures of your houses, interior and exterior. It depends on how dark the house is. Sometimes the lighting is a little different. This is also my favorite tool, which I branded. But this gets me a lot further even than my phone. And if you have cellular service with it, you can do all of these things I'm going to show you today at a touch of a button on your iPad and your iPhone. Either one. And it's so easy to share. So these are some pins that I've gathered, and a lot of them have been on here for a long time. But what I did was went and started looking at real estate sites. So I have, one of the things about, you can set up a separate website or a separate Pinterest account for your business if you want to, but there's advantages and disadvantages to both. What this is, it shows a lot about my personality. I have a big thing for France, French things. I do arts and crafts. I pin a lot of recipes. And a lot of desserts. I have one that, desserts that will probably kill me. It's one of my favorite pin sites here. So I have, a lot of different recipes that I pin. But Pinterest doesn't allow you to pin anything without a picture. And that's what is really driven here. So you're thinking, real estate, what can I pin that has to do with that? So I planned my friend's baby shower. I also like to make homemade products. If anyone's interested in homemade laundry soap, I sell that on the side. I know you're all thinking 5 children and I sell real estate. What do I have time to do anything else, right? Okay, so I put together a few things on real estate just to kind of give you an example of what you can follow. And I'm sorry if I'm in your way. But the National Association of Realtors has their own site, and they post articles and information. This Instagram one we'll look at in a minute. but they also have some great infographics that you can pull from Instant. So here's a little bit about 5 ways to build your brand. So, so it's a lot of what happens with Pinterest is it shows your personality. So I've got followers that follow me from all over the world because I pin different things. And when you pin them, it goes into a general news feed with everybody else's. So it's talking about building a presence on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the more that you pin, the more your personality shows through. So you may be pinning things about real estate and how to decorate your home or how to make your curb appeal for your house. And actually, I would post your listings as well. I'd have a board with listings. But what you're also doing when you're pinning your gardening stories, your recipes, you're broadening your reach to everyone, and you're showing your personality. If you are a K-State fan and you're posting information about K-State, that may be enough for someone to follow you, and then they go, oh, you do real estate too. So you're trying to find that hook to bring people in. So, and feel free to ask questions as we go along.
How do you search for things? I get updates every week, and then I look at those and pin the ones I like.
Sure, and that's what you get is a news feed. And like I said, I warned some people. I follow some people. I follow a place called Her Room website, and they just posted a whole bunch of bras. So I don't normally get this kind of stuff. This is my news feed. It's not actually on my website, or on my Pinterest. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Just warning you. So this is my news feed. These are all the people that I follow. It also includes my information. I'll sit down so you guys can kind of see. So it's asking me even up here to follow some friends who have also joined or invite them to Pinterest.
How did you get to that?
All I clicked on was right here in the middle, Pinterest. And it takes me to my news feed. If I want to go back to something I've pinned, I go back to my picture and your profile and pins, and it'll take you back to my boards and all of my pins. And it's really easy to set up an account. If you're already on Facebook, you can actually go to Pinterest.com, say join using Facebook, and they're connected. So everything that I post also shows up on my Facebook page. So, okay. Anyway, sorry, now I'm getting distracted by what's on Pinterest. So these are the people I follow. I follow the Today Show. This is a Make and Takes. These are different people who have posted these this morning. So I also, I pinned a couple of things this morning, and now they're already down my news feed here. Okay, how many posted? I know. So, and shoes, I follow some people who do fashion. I tell you, this is where I get lost because I come in here and I start reading my news feed. I'm like, oh, that sounds good for dinner tonight. And then an hour later, I'm like, oh yeah, I've got stuff to do. So here's a real estate one that I follow that talks about why email newsletters are effective. I have not pinned this yet. Somebody else pinned it today. But if I click through or find this valuable, then I can just pin it here and add it to one of my boards. And it was posted by Denise Matthews, Real Estate Stuff. So I have someone else that's created a board. So I can also go to her page and see if I want to follow. And you can choose just to follow a board of someone, or you can follow all of their boards. So I'm just following her real estate board right at the moment. So she's got real estate stuff pinned and following that. So you asked how to search things. There's a search function right here. So you can see I just purchased furniture from Haverty's. So I found all the pictures for my furniture that I posted and made a board about that. So all I looked up was Instagram for real estate. So I found all of these things that other people have posted all about Instagram. Now it doesn't mean that they're good articles about Instagram, but it is giving you an idea. So to follow those and to find the information, you click on one, brings up the picture, and usually gives you a small description. This particular one says found on TuesdayTactics.com. And then if you click the picture, it takes you to the website. So it gives you all of that information. And I'm going to And so what you're doing when you search on Pinterest is you're searching everyone's pins that they've already posted. But if you find something on a website, just to give you an example, medium.com, and I want to post, actually, let me go to Hutch. I hate that this is cut off. No, this is one I want. Open has not posted yet. Okay, this is one of our listings in Hutchinson, and I want to post this to my Pinterest. I am going to, all I did was copy, this is the website. Some websites actually have a share function in them, and they say pin it. You guys have probably seen that. Let's see what we have. Oh, look, there it is. So I can share on Pinterest. It takes me back to Pinterest and asks me what board I want it to pin on. And so I can also create a new board that says Hutchinson listings. Okay, and you can change this. This was the default on what it is programmed into our site to put this here, but I can put the address in, Cuesta del Sol. I think it's 5 bedrooms, but so you can put the number of bedrooms, any of that, anything that's going to grab attention.
Did you copy the URL?
I did, but I changed my mind. You can do it both ways.
Oh, okay.
So we have a pin to share it, which makes it a lot easier. I'll show you again. And you can also add these to a map, and then you can also invite friends or send pins to people as well. So if you've got a new listing that you just posted and you want to share it with prospects, you can actually send that pin. I'm going to come back over here and show you where that showed up. So if I go back to my wall, it shows up there. So this is the one right there in the middle that I just pinned. So now everybody who's following me, and actually the general public, mine is all, it's all public, so someone else scrolling through or searching for real estate in Hutchinson, this would pop up. So then it also shows up, if I want to go back to something that I pinned and find that information, I can look for my real estate board where I pinned it. So I have, the only downside, they put them at the end, typically. Where's my new board? Look, you guys are seeing my secret boards. This is where I have my gifts and that kind of thing into there too. Okay, so what I did is I clicked here on pins, and it shows me all of the pins that I've pinned, and the most recent is the first. So this one I just pinned is there. If I want to send it to, I'm going to send it to Lynn. She's a fellow pinner. I just sent that pin to Lynn. So now she will get a notification that someone shared a pin with you, but it does not show up in her newsfeed or on her boards until she wants to save it. Does that make sense?
Where does it show up in her email?
She'll get a notification here. Do you see this number 8? So I've got people who pin a copy of my pins. It gives me a notice. So this person liked my pin. So they, no, it's not a pin. I did a baby shower for my friend. So it shows that they have pinned that. I have it set up to send me an email, or when you log into Pinterest, it gives you notifications just like Facebook does. So this person pinned my pin. You can see these ones get more traffic.
We're getting hungry, Joseph.
I know, I'm sorry, I should have brought snacks. So this one tells me that a friend of mine, Mary Beth, who also works in my office, created a new board. Also got candy. She's doing a graduation party and they're having a candy bar. So she created a new board subject to that. Now, you can make the boards private. Like I have a couple of secret boards where no one else can see because I was doing gift shopping at Christmas and that kind of thing. I didn't want anybody else to see that. But that's kind of the walkthrough to show you where everything is. If I go to a website though that does not have a pin option, like this we have share property. If you did not have that, I don't want to pin the same property twice, but I'll show you. You can copy the URL, and I just hit Control-C to copy, then come back over to Pinterest, and I want to Here it is, add. You want to upload a pin, so you can upload your own picture. You can also add from a website. So then I can just paste it in here. And there's the new one. This is the new one that I pulled. So it actually pulled this. Oh, I have to pick a board. Thank you. Hutchinson Listings. Pin it. Oh, it's asking me which picture. Sorry. So when I pull this up about this open house, it's asking me to which picture do I want to pin from this website.
Oh, cool.
So Patsy is the listing agent. Our YM picture shows up on there. So I'm telling it I want to pin this picture. And on our, and then I put the address, but I don't remember the address. Let me go back and look. There it is, actually. 212 East. This one. Okay, so I can then pin it. So it's really, if you think of it now, it's a place to save things that you want to find later. But it's also a way to share that information with other people because they are making pin boards themselves. So if you have someone that's in there looking for a house in Hutchinson, what a great place to organize them by picture. So that's the whole theory behind Pinterest. So now I have this board that I can go back to. Now I'm acting as your client. So I'm going to go back and see my boards. And I have one called Hutchinson. And typically the new ones are at the bottom. I wish they would do an alphabetical, but there it is, Hutchinson Listings. So then I can pull them back up. It brings up a map of where those are located. And it's giving me all the ones that I pinned and it has the addresses there. It has all of the pictures. If I'm also your client and I come and find your page, you have all of your listings in a beautiful display of all these pictures. So, does that make sense to everyone?
So you just hit on the plus if you want to add a picture that you've taken on your
You can
iPhone,
upload a pin.
and then you hit on the camera or turn the
Uh-huh.
photos.
You choose this particular one, since I'm on the computer, it's asking me to upload it from my computer. But it works the same way from your iPhone. You have a plus button in there that, let me see. So I can show you off the, so I have my National Association of Realtors site. You go back, so I can see all of, I can also search all of my pins or everyone else's pins as well. So, let me go back to my page. So down here at the bottom, no, I'm shining a light on it. So there's a little plus down here on my iPad. Oop, did I touch it correctly? That says web, photos, or nearby. So I can also search for anything on a proximity basis. Now that they added maps to it, that's a newer feature in Pinterest, but then I can look for anything that's nearby.
Okay, I zoned out. How did you get to where you are now?
All I did was this plus at the bottom.
No, but before that. Are you just logged into Pinterest?
I just have the Pinterest app on my phone. So this is giving me some examples of where I want to search from. This is the search function. This is back to my home page. So and it's really easy to add a pin from here because Oreo cinnamon rolls sounds really good. So I just want to pin it and then I can put it to my baking site. I can also tell them that I like it just by clicking the heart on there. And then I can send it to someone else as well from here, just hitting the little airplane. There's a paper airplane on there to send it to someone else and I can choose who I want to send it to.
If the picture's something you took on your iPhone, what do you click down there?
The same thing, this plus. And then I want to add photos.
And then how do you,
So I can
When you're
take a
on your
photo of all of
photos.
you guys. And so I have to let it talk to my photos. So then I can say, learning about Pinterest. And then where do I want to put it? So we'll put it on real estate. So it's now, I've uploaded the picture. Yeah, I was on the real estate one. I just go to my most recent pins. So there's the Oreo cinnamon rolls that I just posted. Plus, this is the learning about pin. There it goes. I just downloaded it. There's the picture I just took.